Hi children, today we are going to learn the circulatory system. Do you know which are the organs of circulatory system? You already learned about different organ systems of the body. For example, last year you learned about respiratory system, excretory system, skeletal system such as. Then, can you say which are the organs of the circulatory system? Yes, the main organs of the circulatory system are heart, blood vessels and blood. Okay, then can you say what is the need of circulatory system in our body? What is the need of the transport of inside? What is the need of the transport inside the body? Yes. The circulatory system contains circulating fluids. The main circulating fluids in our body are blood and lymph. Can you say what is the need of this transportation inside the body? Every organ in our body requires the involvement of the circulating body fluids. For example, digestive system. The food is digested with the help of digestive system, and that process is entered at small intestine. That is the main part of the digestive system. And from the digested food is reached to different parts of the body, to each cells of the body by the blood. Then what about the respiratory system? The respiratory gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, also reach different part of the body through the blood. In addition or in more than, what about waste materials? Waste materials means excess water, excess salt or nitrogenous wastes. They also reach to the excretory organs through the blood. And one more, hormones. Hormones also transported through the blood. Why hormones are transported through the blood? Do you know? Hormones are released by endocrine system, endocrine glands. And these endocrine glands are ductless glands. Ductless glands means there is no specific vessel to transport the hormones. Therefore, hormones from the endocrine glands are directly secreted in the blood. Okay, then one more question. Can you say which are the major fluids in the body? I already told that the major fluids in our body are blood, tissue fluid and lymph. Blood, tissue fluid and lymph. And where they are occupied? The blood is present inside the heart and blood vessels. The blood is present inside the heart and blood vessels. What about tissue fluid? Yes, that is present in between tissues, in between the cells. Third, lymph. Where is it present? Yes, lymph is the fluid formed from the blood and rejoined into the blood. That is seen in the lymph vessel. Not only in lymph vessel, it also present in lymphatic organs. Which are the lymphatic organs? The lymphatic organs, the examples of lymphatic organs are spleen and tonsils. They are examples of certain lymphatic organs. Okay, then look at the diagram that is shown on the screen. It shows the circulation of blood in our body. Can you say which is a type of circulation? Yes, in human body the blood circulation is closed. Closed circulatory system means blood is always circulates in a closed manner. That means all the time it passes through the blood vessels. It is not in a free space. It is not seen in a free space. It is always inside the blood vessel or in the heart. Okay. But in certain other organism, for example, insects, the blood in insects, there is no specific circulatory system. There is no blood vessels. There is no heart. Therefore, the blood is seen in the open spaces in the body. They are seen in the open spaces. They are freely present in between the cells. Such type of circulatory system is called a open circulatory system. All of you clear what is the difference between closed circulatory system and open circulatory system? Closed circulatory system means blood is present inside the blood vessels or heart. It is circulated through the blood vessels. And open circulatory system means blood is not inside a blood vessel. It is freely present in between the cells. Okay. Then we can discuss what are the major properties of blood. What are the physical features of blood? First of all, we already discussed that blood is always in a motion. It is never stationary, always in motion. From the heart to the arteries and come back to the heart by veins. That means blood is always in a motion. Then, second, what about its color? That is easy. That is an easy question. What is its color? The blood is bright red. When it is taken from an artery, it is bright red color, or dark red when it is taken from a vein. And third property is volume. An average adult human has 5 to 6 liters of blood. Around 6 liters of blood is present in an adult human. And what is its taste? It is slightly saltish. Perhaps we have all tasted our blood, as in the case when there is a cut in the tongue or bleeding from the gums. When you taste it, yes, it tastes saltish. And what about its pH of the blood? Blood is a slightly alkaline nature. Its pH is 7.3 to 7.45. That about it's the different properties of blood. Once more, it is always in motion. It's a bright red color in arteries and a dark red color in vein. And average 5 to 6 liters of blood present in a human adult person. The taste is saltish and the pH is 7.4 to 7.5. Okay, then we can discuss what is the main function of the blood. Is the blood perform two important functions in our body. They are transportation and protection. Transportation and protection. Transportation. First upon transportation. Can you say which are the substances transported through blood? Yes. First of all, we already discussed the digested food. After digestion, the food is converted to its simplest form, such as glucose, amino acid, fatty acid, glycerol. This simplest form of food is diffuses into the blood, and through the blood it reaches to each and every cell. Why is it reached to the each and every cell? When it is reached to the cell, then only energy is released from the digested food. And secondly, for releasing energy from the food, another factor is essential. Do you know which is a factor required for releasing energy? Who can say? Yes, that is oxygen. For releasing energy, oxygen is essential. And how does this oxygen reach to cell? Yes, it is also through the blood. The atmospheric oxygen reaches to our lungs, the alveoli of the lungs, with the help of respiratory organs. Through the nose, nostrils, trachea, like that. It reaches to the alveoli, and from the alveoli, the oxygen diffuses into the blood capillaries. There, it combines with the hemoglobin, and a unstable compound is formed. Can you say which is an unstable compound formed by the combination of oxygen and hemoglobin? Yes, it is oxyhemoglobin. And as in the form of oxyhemoglobin, it reaches to the cell. When it reaches to the cell, it dissociates and releases oxygen there. And similarly, carbon dioxide, it returns to the tissues, to the lungs. Carbon dioxide is formed in the cells as a byproduct of cellular respiration. It comes back to the lungs through the blood. Then, thirdly, another material transported through blood is excretory materials. Mainly they are formed in liver, kidney, or sometimes in the skin also. They are also raised to the excretory organs through the blood. Then, do you remember, first of all I told that the hormones also are released into the blood. So they are also transported to the target tissues by the blood. For example, we know that the pituitary gland, it is located at the brain, and the hormones produced by the pituitary gland reach to the target tissue, that is in another part of the body. It is transported through the blood. That is about the transportation through the blood. Is it clear? Okay. Then, protection is the main function of the blood is, one of the main function of the blood is protection. For the protection, the blood contains different types of blood cells. And the major blood cell which helps to protection is WBC, white blood corpuscles, or leukocytes. And WBC, they are of different types. Mainly there are 5 types of WBC, and they fight against the diseases by different ways. We can say that the WBCs are the soldiers of the body. They always identify the disease causing germs that enter into the body and are ready to fight against it. And not only by WBC, another process helpful for the protection of the body is blood clotting. Blood clotting. We know that wherever there is a cut in the body, what happens? Through the wound, the blood is lost. And after a few seconds, what is the phenomena takes place there? Naturally, a clot is formed there. It helps to the further loss of blood and the entry of disease causing germs.